the reason why you're struggling right here is because you're breathing through your throat. You're not singing. That I can do that, but it's a little different when it comes to a musician playing the wrong keys. Just like you just played the wrong note.
Gotcha.
Okay, so speaking of that, since we're right here, as an artist, when you're doing the show, you hiring a band, is there a certain expectation, or is there something that like bothers you when you hire a certain musician or band?
Talk about it. All of it.
Well, for me, the first thing is being unprepared. That is always annoying to me, and I feel like if you're going to, especially if an artist is calling you in and you're doing their music, and not to say it like this, I don't care if we sing any other covers, but the songs you better actually know is mine. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's one. Two, not being on time stuff, that bothers me. I feel like musicians are the worst at it. You know, specifically, not to be specific about it, it's always either the drummer or the person on keys who are always the latest ones.
That's crazy.
I feel
you
like
got
the
a
bass
drummer
players,
and a keys.
the bass
over
players to me
there.
are always the ones that are always on time.
That's crazy. Lou, he was talking about you and Jay just now.
You talking about me?
I ain't talking about y'all. I ain't talking about y'all. I ain't talking about y'all. Even though me and Eric, when we did do, the other show, the last show we did together, we didn't start on time, but I don't know if it was because the musicians weren't there, but I don't know I don't know. The moral story is, the late stuff, that's annoying too.
That's annoying.
But I mean, those two things alone, but specifically, I don't know. I guess because I'm Baptist and I grew up missionary Baptist. So for lack of better words or better term, just to try to be nice about it, I'm used to kind of like mediocre musicians.
I get what you're saying.
I'm not trying to be funny.
No. That's an interesting
some of our other
perspective.
sister churches,
But because some of these, especially like the family churches that we grew up in, like they didn't have, they literally only had to use what they had,
what they could, and there's no diss to them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They had to do what they could, but I'm used to it. So I'm also used to sucking mount like mic systems and all this other stuff. It's a struggle today in life, but I mean I got used to it at a very young age. So I'm not as hard on musicians as maybe like somebody like Kim Burrell or something like that, because she still play and stuff. I'm more like you fumbled on that part, but I can sing. I'm one of them like, you fumble, you mess up, I'm gonna find you. You stay where you at. I like it. I figure it out. That's me. I try to be a little bit easy to work with when it comes to musicians. But as far as a drummer, I'm never specific on a drummer. Just keep the beat. I don't. If you want to do the cat whatever the heck that is, because I still don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand what makes a drummer really great versus a drummer who can just keep the beat. To me,
the one that's really great is the one that can keep the beat.
Well, that's how I feel. That's how I feel.
Well, hold on. So I got to push back on that, and this might be a good segue. I got to push back on that comment you just made.
Because you're a drummer, so you do that.
Right. Well, but
He said because you do that.
I see what you did.
That's what you do.
I see what you did.
I expected it, so I'm ready to listen.
You ready for the smoke?
Because on your album Mirrors, you got one of my favorite drummers as a feature.
Cleon.
As a feature, right? So
it's actually his track.
Okay.
He produced it and the drums on it. That's
right.
his. That's his track, but
right.
Anyway, keep going.
But so my thing is like so he like I would take like him. He's one of my he's one of my favorite drummers.
One of the
best. Know what I'm saying? And it's like one of the things that makes that separates him is one is his decision making. Two. He's one of the few specifically drummers. I would even put him in just the category of musician period, but more specifically drummers that tell stories.
Okay,
you feel what I'm saying? And he's like his caliber of decision making. You know what I'm saying? It like you can feel emotion, but it's not just to cat. You feel what I'm saying? So
I should have known you was gonna be the one.
So with somebody like him, with somebody like him,
because it's the best.
I don't disagree with you at all.
I mean, well, you're one of the best.
No. Man, you ain't got to put me like.
It's just a lot of y'all, but I'm just saying. Family always gonna be first for me.
Now, as it should. Well, I would put him definitely above the rest. I tell people.
He said it, not me.
I tell people out like, especially like when it comes to like a lot of these Dallas drummers, these cats are his sons. I say that hands down. Like to have cats literally trying to set their kid up like him. You know what I'm saying, and trying to play like him and phrase. Now I don't.
Right.
I don't, but that's because I know that that's not my lane. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I know that that's not my lane. I know that that's not what I do. But you know what I'm saying? It's like it's the difference between paying homage and dick riding. And but I would say if you're going to do that, that would be the guy to do that with. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So you know what I'm saying? So when you say you don't know the difference between what make you good, I feel like you have the perfect example right there.
When I say I don't know the difference, and I guess I mean in the sense of like, because some people listen for like licks and stuff in it. I don't understand it because I struggle with rhythm, period.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's one of those things. And
it's like
I'm not like white boy struggle. I'm like, maybe like Papa, who done got a little older, and now it's a little hard for him to keep up on the beat. Struggle. That's me. Okay. So that's only because I'm deaf in my left ear. So because I'm deaf in my left ear, everything's delayed for me, always. Or I speak before, trying to figure it out before. Anyway, but so when I say I don't know a good drummer, it's because of that. So they do certain like stuff that I'm just like, is he still on beat? Or
I got you.
Is
like
still,
a syncopated beat or something like that.
Yeah, it's like, is it still? But it's weird because I sing that way.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I definitely
it's
understand.
notes. But when I found out that they have, when I used to look at my cousin Derek's like musical chart, and it was like on the staff, I'm like, what the heck are y'all actually like? Y'all have actual notes, and it's like, what is
music
this?
too.
I still don't get it. And that's why that was why I was never in the percussion section.
Right.
More power to y'all. Kudos. And I always say, drummers to me are the most smartest people in the world. The fact that their left hand has to do something different from their right hand. Their right arm is doing something different from their left foot. Their left foot is doing something different from their right foot. And then their head is doing something different from their mouth. And then 9 times out of 10 got their tongue sticking out. Or their mouth folded. And then they still got to think. They still have to think.
That's funny.
Genius.
Because he's not wrong.
Genius.
I mean,
shout out to all the drummers. Shout out to all.
I mean, they all right. They all
at
right.
his finest.
You putting a little much on.
I don't think they are geniuses. I mean, they may not
they
have common sense.
Very well coordinated.
They musical.
Let that man talk, man.
Very well. Of course, you would say that. Very well coordinated. Is
absolutely.
I told y'all this is gonna be the best.
But it's weird because despite the fact that they can be so coordinated in music, you take them outside of music, and I don't know, take them to their houses. Most of their houses is just woo 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 woo.
Discombobulated.
Chaotic. Like they got the socks on top of the TV, and you're like, why is that up there? Like, how did it even end up there? Oh, I was playing slingshot. Why do you have a slingshot? Drummers are.
Yeah.
Musicians are weird.
They're very special people.
That's also the other reason.
Why what you gonna say about keyboard players?
I'm not very specific when it comes to musicians. We just talk about drummers tonight,
either,
right? Because musicians are weird to me. They're weird. I feel like I have like a secret talk that I just don't understand. I know more vocalists, but really small window of musicians, and because I'm like, okay, how do I go to you and tell you I want you to play for me? And it's like, just go up to them and tell you want them to play. And it's like, no, because I be listening to the way y'all be talking. Y'all be talking in broken sentences. And I'm like, what? 4, 5, 6. What is that? I mean, I know what it means.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
music conversations.
It's the musical conversations that I'd be like, now I went to school for this.
Right.
I have a degree in music. It makes no sense that I have no understanding of musician talk. But I don't. I guess when I graduated high school, it went out the window. It went out the window.
But we wasn't doing it in the same capacity though.